Hello, this is Kenosis. In this video I will tell you in detail how to make drawers. It's a drawer to be placed under my drawer station, so the measurement is already set. If you pay attention to how I size drawers and position drawers rails, you can design and make drawers easily. Let's check the size of the materials to make the drawers. First of all, let's make the floorboards of the drawers. Here's a tip for cutting. The thickness of the material called plywood is not always constant. Therefore, in order to accurately cut the required length, it is recommended to cut with the necessary wood. It is good to practice adhesion so that it comes out as consistently as possible. What I'm making now is the bottom of the drawer. This is to ensure that the drawers are positioned about 30 mm apart from the floor. The front side of the drawer should be especially well matched. This is to keep the front of the drawer flat. The backboard is attached to the back, so a slight error is irrelevant. Since 15 mm thick wood is used, I use F-series 25 mm long pins for fixing. Attach the sides to the lower plate. The lower plate serves to determine the width of the drawer, and the side comes down to the floor so it can withstand the load sufficiently. Use pieces for the sides and upper plates. This is to make the drawer itself strong enough. I attach the backboard to the back, which is about 1 mm smaller in height and slightly floats from the floor. When attaching the backboard, fix one side correctly and move the right angle to fix it to the correct angle of 90 degrees. Sometimes there is a question of whether nailer and bond endure enough strength. Well, it is enough. The backboard does not receive force, but it serves to prevent distortion of the drawers. Moreover, nailer acts as a tightening of the wood. The backboard is sufficient to use 4 mm thick plywood. I finished the drawers. Now we need to make a drawer, and I first decide on the horizontal size. One drawer rail is 13 mm thick, so if you use two, it becomes 26 mm. Because I use a 700 mm long rail, the drawer's depth is 710 mm. The outer diameter of the drawers is 370 mm. The inner diameter is 340 mm minus 215 mm wood thicknesses from the outer diameter. If we deduct the thickness of the drawer rail from here again, it becomes 314 mm. This is the width of the drawer. Set the height of the drawer. I'm going to make 4 drawers and there will be 5 spaces between them. First, set the spacing between drawers. I set it at 7 mm. The space between is 7 times 5, so it's 35 mm in total. The inner diameter height of the drawer is 705 mm. If you subtract 35 mm from 705 mm, it's 670 mm. And if you divide this by 4, which is the number in the drawer, it's 167.5 mm. Do not use decimal places. As it accumulates, the bottom of the drawer widens, less than a few millimeters. The height of the drawer is 167 mm, and 158 mm minus the thickness of the bottom plate becomes the height of the side plates of the drawer. This is the material size of 4 drawers. Let's make 4 drawers that are 314 mm wide, 700 mm long, and 167 mm high. It's made strong enough, even if you only make it with F25 nail pins and woodworking bonds. I will tell you how to attach the rails to the drawers. I usually make the drawer rail and the bottom of the drawer the same. To do this, the part attached to the drawer in the drawer rail must be attached by floating 10 mm from the floor. I made a jig because I use it all the time. This ensures that the drawer rail that attaches to the drawer is precisely aligned with the bottom of the drawer. This is how to attach the drawer rail to the drawer. It's simple. If you add the drawer's height of 167 mm and the gap of 7 mm, it's 174 mm. If you subtract the 45 mm thickness of the drawer rail from here, it's 129 mm. If you make one 129 mm wide jig, you can attach the drawer rail using the jig from the top of the drawer. When attaching the drawer rail, make sure to match the front with the drawer. Okay, I've installed all the rails. Insert 4 drawers into the drawer. The spacing between the drawers is constant. The gap between the last drawer and the floor is a little bit bigger because I didn't consider a decimal point when I calculated earlier. Drawers should not stand out more than chest because when installing the front on the front, it fits tightly with the wall of the drawer and keeps it flat. That's why when I put the rails on the chest of drawers, I put the wood on the front and positioned it. Now cut the front. The distance between the front will be 2 mm. I usually use 2 1 mm thick metal ruler. Since there are 4 drawers, you can take out 3 2 mm apart, 6 mm, from the inner height of the drawer, 705 mm, and divide it into 4. It will be 174.75 mm. Only the front of the top drawer needs to add 15 mm, the thickness of the drawer wood. The front needs to cut a single wooden board to match the pattern beautifully. After cutting, it's better to write the numbers on the back. Now place the 2 metal measurement and nail them together in order. It's the material and size to make the handle. I made a lot of handles, so I'm replacing them with the previous video. Please note that the process of making is the same. I made a jig to install the handle. The handle will be fixed with a piece from the inside, so I drilled the piece position with a 3 mm drill in advance. When we fix the handle, it's finished. I made the 4 4-tier drawers. I told you how to set the drawer size and how to install the drawer rail. If you look at this video calmly, I think you can make drawers of any size. If the video was helpful, please subscribe and like. Thank you.